So it looks like we're on track to get more Marvel games. No, we're not doing a Marvel's Avengers game, but it looks like we are going to be getting a turn-based strategy game from the makers of XCOM. Let's deep dive all of this news right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Assemble. I'm Matt. Good to see you. Good to have you here on the show. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for subscribing to the show if you consider doing that kind of thing. And at the end of the episode, if you do enjoy it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. You can always take away that thumbs up if you don't like it and then just keep it to yourself. Maybe come back next time. Marvel Games. Publisher 2K is reportedly working on a Marvel Games that is going to be like blended in with XCOM. It's going to be a turn-based strategy game, and it's not going to be Marvel's Avengers, and it's going to be something different, and I'm super excited about this. Let's talk about it. Jason Shreier posted on Twitter in response to a Reddit thread that was all coming out with these leaks and rumors of, they're going to be reportedly announcing a Marvel XCOM game coming out, and Jason Shreier did confirm this. Yes, this 2K leak is real, but I'm not sure all of it is going to be at E3. Can't wait for Marvel XCOM though. Okay, so the big thing that I gotta talk to all of you about is, what do you think that this game could be? We're getting a lot of Marvel games announced, updates, things like that coming out of E3. This is going to be huge for all of Marvel fans out there that are looking at things from Marvel's Avengers. And yes, there are some of us that still play that game. There are dozens of us.
Oh, stop booing. There's nothing wrong with it. There are dozens of us. Dozens!
But looking at getting a possible Marvel XCOM style game, turn-based strategy game in the near future, a Guardians of the Galaxy game that I still want to talk to all of you about and more when we find out from E3 what that looks like. There's a lot coming down the pipe that is really, really exciting on the Marvel games front. What's really cool is having Marvel games expand everything out and beyond Marvel's Avengers and not getting kind of pigeonholed with one developer. And we've known this in previous years where Marvel has decided they wanted to be able to get more into games and being able to do things like expand into multiple studios. So we are not going to get a Star Wars scenario where, we are only going to get Battlefront games with EA and they're sticking with that. They are expanding this thing out, and that's exciting. What do you all think of a turn-based strategy game? The XCOM games are fantastic. We see something similar with Mario plus Rabbids, trying to get things a little bit more streamlined, trickle down into that arena. With Marvel doing that with XCOM, that turn-based strategy style of gameplay is new, it's authentic, and it separates it from the other Marvel games out there, from Marvel Ultimate Alliance to Marvel's Avengers that is out right now. I like that this is a different avenue. Here's my take. I don't want Marvel's Avengers. I do not want more Avengers. What I want is them to try to pick out more from the Marvel universe and get away from Avengers for just a bit. The reason why is because we have been inundated with Marvel's Avengers right now. That has not done them very much in the way of fanfare and giving them a kind of on good graces. In terms of video games being launched out there and hearing those problems, I don't think fans in general would want to be able to see another Avengers title coming in the form of a turn-based strategy. What I would personally like to see is that they go and whittle down and get into different characters, different heroes, and we look at things like either give me a Fantastic Four XCOM style game, or do what Matt has been wanting for a very long time, which is give me some X-Men and put the X-Men in this, because that is a huge amount of characters and teams that you could really play with. You can give a lot of variance when it comes to building out your teams and going through with a lot of different enemy types, and it's fairly well known to a larger audience of these characters and they are familiar with it. I would like to see Fantastic Four for this. However, I would worry that a mass audience is not as familiar with their characters, and only having the four to play with is good or bad, because fans might be wanting more diversity in their characters unless it is absolutely stellar. They're going up against something straight up and simple as fighting Doctor Doom. It could totally work either way, but again, my hope is that they would get away from Avengers right now so that we can kind of take a breather from them within that universe. There's so many great characters, but an X-Men focused XCOM game I think would work really well. Imagine being able to go through the X Mansion and trying to fight off different guys and being able to fight out onto the Guardians or fighting different worlds and Asteroid M and all of these different areas and elements, and being able to bring in that almost that familiarity of an X-Men Legends game that for me I grew up on and so many of you grew up on as well. Enjoying that kind of top-down game I would really dig that. You could expand it in with different skins, not paid skins, just add it in. Come on now. Having a wide range of characters to be able to put in there, from the traditional Cyclops, Wolverine, Storm, Gambit, Rogue, getting into Nightcrawler, Iceman, being able to expand it off. Maybe you want to be able to bring in X-Force. You could do a lot of really cool things if you went down the path of X-Men, in my opinion, for this game. But let me know what you all think. What do you think that we are going to get from 2K, from XCOM, from this Marvel announcement from Marvel Games? Do you think that we will get more than just a 2K little logo to say that we are working on this title? Do you think that we would get a trailer? Do you think that we would just get a logo of some sort? Remember when Marvel's Avengers was previously originally announced, that we got that little sneak teaser trailer thing of, you know, all Captain America's shield and everything was all broken and buried or whatever. That's all we got for a very long time. What do you think we would get from 2K at E3? This has me all excited. I can't wait to see what we would get our hands on. If anything, more news the better. I'm super excited about this, but like I said at the beginning, getting something like this, it's a different type of game that I would be excited to be able to get my hands on. If we get a Guardians game, a proper one with 4 players, and looking at that, how that would pan out, plus the updates coming to Marvel's Avengers, which yes, we will have news coverage on that as well. Stay tuned here on the channel for more things coming around for Marvel Games, E3 news coverage. I got you here. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. And as always, thank you all for assembling with us. See ya.